Hello, and welcome to the first day of Cybermiss. These are going to be 12 little reviews from December 13th to December 25th. Now, let's go into some movie Ironhide. The Legends one, to be specific. Also, I don't know which movie this is from. It's just a movie Legends toy. Now, starting off in robot mode. Head. Very little detail. No pun intended. Little detail. There's some paint on his head for his mouth, his buddy little mouth, and his little tiny eyes. What you also have on the upper torso is this mechanism that moves his shoulders in and out and allows for the transformation of the head in for the front of the truck. Moving on to his chest, he's got these little bits of paint for that nice metallic, what is that, silver blue, I think? Moving on to his arms, they have a side of a truck on them, obviously. But if you turn them around like that, they're totally arms, guys. And plus, this figure kind of has this, like, thrusting pose. Just, ugh. All duck, man, all the time. Getting back to the arms, they do have a small bit of paint for the guns, which are actually different. They're his Gatling gun and his cannon, or his two cannons, whichever. I don't really pay attention to Ironhide. They've also got his fist in there, which will be a problem later, as will the guns. Moving on to the mid-torso, you got some more paint on his crotch for some reason. Moving on to the legs, they're very low detail, low res, that kind of thing, all one color. Speaking of paint, the only paint on his legs are the running boards on the sides, which are for the vehicle mode. And I can really kind of understand why they had to go really no detail on these legs, because if you look at Transformer legs in the movies, they're just a cluster fudge of like joints and servos and hydraulics and wow. You'll see his feet down there that don't move. They do stick out of the back of the truck, by the way. We'll get to that in vehicle mode, which, by the way, since we've talked about all of the robot, let's go into vehicle mode. Push the torso upwards, push the head in, close up the torso, over the arms, and peg the feet together. And now you have a nice little GMC truck. No, I don't know the model, but it's not really one that's on retail. As you can see, this is a very light interpretation of a finished vehicle. Because if you look, there's a gap right there. There's a gap right there. Right there. His hands are sticking out. You ever see a truck with hands? Robots in disguise. You ever see a truck with guns out the back? Probably in Montana, but anyway. Robots in disguise. As you can also see, he has feet, which you could pass for mud flaps, but nah. It's obviously exposed feet, exposed hand, exposed guns, exposed lower drip tray thing, exposed crotch. You can really tell that this is a Transformer, honestly. This vehicle mode barely covers anything. But it is a Legend class, and Legend class don't really have to try. The problem is that it doesn't make for a very substantial toy beyond the age of, what, 10? I mean, I got this when I was like 6, so it would have made a great toy for me then. But now it's just a little tiny reminder of how bad movie Ironhide is, and I love it. I do actually like this toy. It's an okay Legends figure, surely better than the first movie Prime, and the Bumblebees, and anything else from the movie that was this size. And that is the first day of Cybermiss, December 13th. Season's readings.
He knows when you are sleeping.
He knows when you're on the can.
He'll hunt you down and blast your ass from here to Pakistan.
Oh.
You better not breathe, you better not move.
You better off dead, I'm telling you, dude.
Santa Claus is gunning you down.
Yay!
Merry Xmas, everyone.